In this video, we are going to see how to create a Logon group which will help us to connect to a message server. The first thing is to see how many application servers are there, and we can view the existing application server going to SM51 transaction code, which is here under my favorites, or you can go here, say SM51. So here I have one application server instance. Now if you want to see how many message servers are there, you can go to SMMS, and this will show how many message servers are there. In this case I have only one message server, which is this, which is same as the application server. Now we will go into SMLG. This is the T-code for creating a Logon group. So here we don't have any Logon groups right now. So let's go and create one. So create assignment. Here I am going to define a Logon group like XYZ. You can have any name you want. For example, you may want to create one group for sales, one group for HR, one group for logistics. Here I am just using XYZ, and then here after doing that we will select the instance. So this is the application server instance that we are going to use. Then after this we will click on copy. Okay, now we have created a Logon group. Click on save button. Then let's go back. So now we have created the Logon group called XYZ. If you go into SMMS again, we will see the Logon group here. I'm sorry, we have to go into SMLG, and we can see the Logon group here. Now we will go into SAP GUI. So here we are going to create a new connection which will connect to the message server. So click on new connection and say next. So here we can say message server or group server. By the way, we need to select the group server selection here on the connection type. Then we will give them description here. This is the test message server. My system ID is TST here. We don't have to specify the instance number here. Then we come here, then we will enter the message server IP address. In my case, it is the same as my application server. So I'm going to enter 192.168.1.21. So this is my application server as well as message server. Now once we enter this, we need to enter this to make sure that it can query the groups. Then if you click on the combo box on above where it says group/server, if you click on the combo box, now it is going to fetch the existing groups on the server. Now if you see, we can see the group called XYZ that we just created. So select XYZ. Now if you see, the instance number is automatically populated, whatever it was. Here in this case it is 00 in my case. Now say next, next, and just say finish. So now we have created an entry in our SAP Logon where it can connect to a message server. So now if you double click here, now we are going to the message server, and I am logging here using my usual credentials. And okay, I have logged in here before, so it's saying Let me log out here. So I'm going to log off first. Then I'm coming back here, and then I will try to log on again to the group server. And now I can log into my SAP server using the Logon Group. Now one thing we need to remember is about opening the port and also updating the the services file in Windows if we are connecting from the host machine. So for that, what we have to do is we need to go into the server. This is my SAP server, and here if I go and search my firewall settings, Windows firewall settings, if we go into firewall settings and click on advanced settings, in the advanced settings, go into inbound rules. Here you have to create a new rule. So you can right click and say new rule, where we want to open the port 3601, which is inbound, as a request coming to the server. Here I have created already a new rule, and I have given it a name called SAP Group Server 3601. So if I double click here, you will see all the information. So this is how this is the name of the incoming rule. And then if you go into all these different things where you can see the port numbers, for example, the protocols and ports, this is 3601, this is what I gave. So once you create this information and you say OK, so we will see this is on the SAP application server. We are opening the port 3601. This is for group servers. And once we have that, we need to go back to our local machine where the SAP Logon is running. This in this case is my local machine. So I have to go into my local machine. Then I need to go into my Windows. Then here go into System32 drivers etc. And if you go into this folder, there are these different files. There's a file called services. So choose that file and then say open in Notepad++ or in Notepad. But we need to open this as an administrator. So you may want to run the Notepad as administrator and then open this file. Once you open this file, you will see a lot of entries here. There is one entry that we have to make. In this case, I have created that entry, and this is that entry. So the entry will be always SAPMS, which stands for SAP Message Server, and TST is the system ID, and then the port number is 3601, and we are using this port number and using the TCP protocol. So make sure that you enter this information and hit enter. Always hit enter. In this case, we have entries down below, so we are okay. But otherwise, sometimes if it is the last entry, you have to make sure that you hit enter. And then save the file. Then close the file. And then, when we come back here, we can log in into SAP GUI. Only after setting up the services file and also opening the 36014 port, we can log into SAP GUI. Otherwise, it will give errors like SAPMS is missing, or the port number is not allowing, or it's blocked. So we need to make sure that those two things are configured, and then only we can log into SAP GUI. Thank you for watching the video.